When all the economic and other arguments are melted away, I feel strongly about it because at bottom this erodes the importance of the vote. For people in this country who don't have money or power in industry, it is the vote that is their main safeguard for the future. And common market membership devalues and downgrades the vote because it prevents people using the ballot box to adopt policies, change men who adopt policies and thus change taxes and laws. Because in future, if people vote yes on Thursday, then whatever the outcome of the general elections may be, much real power will rest in the hands of those who will not be affected by our elections. Now, there are men who give their lives for the right to self-government, independence, democracy. There are many men in the world today in prison for those rights. And we are being invited to give up those rights for whatever purposes we shall be discussing. And I think that makes this the most important point in British political history. Well, I think sovereignty is a rather mystical phrase. You see, even the powerful United States, the richest and strongest country in the world, couldn't impose its will in Southeast Asia. Nobody has power of that kind. The question is whether, in a world where you do not have total power, you have the right to decide how you respond to a situation where you are dependent upon others. Now, the Canadians, who are relatively small on the northern frontiers of the United States, if they were to adopt this argument, would have joined the United States years ago. We have struggled, and we really have struggled for centuries, to win the right to hire and fire our lawmakers. And the day we give up that right and abandon the capacity to learn by our experience through the ballot box, to dismiss a Labour government and get a new government, or a Conservative government and get a new government, the day we do that, we build in an element in our society that I believe will destroy all that is most valuable in Britain. I want to work and cooperate with everybody, but I want to govern myself, and that's the key to it all. Well, I think it's about democracy. You see, I want to cooperate and join international organizations, but no international organization of which we are members, the IMF or NATO or GATT, can make laws in Britain that we cannot change. And every colony since the war has been to London. We've had these great colonial leaders, Mr. Nehru, Mr. Nkrumah, all of them have been to London to ask for the right for self-government and independence. Now, I want no more right for the British people than we gave the Indians, than the Americans took from us 200 years ago on a similar issue. The people in Bristol have sent me to Parliament over 25 years, and you, I think, longer from your constituency. And every time they've had the power to dismiss me or to re-elect me, and because of that I've had to listen to them. Now, the commissioners don't have to listen to the British people because they are immune from the possibility of electoral defeat. Now, on the continent, the traditions of democracy are different from ours. 30 years ago, Germany was under Hitler, Italy under Mussolini. France has had a succession of revolutions and counter-revolutions and coups d'etat. We, for many centuries, have fought for the right to give the ultimate power to our own people. Now, nobody can pretend, least of all you, because I know you have an idea of a political union, that's part of the European idea, can really argue that there isn't a price to be paid for this, and the price, unfortunately, is paid by the electors, whoever they elect in future elections will not be able to change the common agricultural policy, the common regional policy, because that has been adopted by a previous government and cannot be changed by a single nation, whichever government is elected. Well,